Some Ashtanga Vinyasa today, if you'd like, you can grab some blocks to work with. We'll just start seated comfortably. Meditation. Relax your eyes closed. Come to your natural breath. Just notice how you're feeling this afternoon. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Not trying to change anything. Just observing. It's important for us to quiet down each day and just take some time. Notice how our body is feeling. Our body is different from day to day, from the morning to the evening. So as you're finding stillness and you're just observing your natural breath, notice what comes up. Notice how it feels to just find that little bit of time in your day to let everything around you quiet down so you can go inside, so you can turn your attention inward. So much of our attention is outside of ourselves, especially now that we have so much more time to be on the internet or on social media. That's how we're staying connected now, which is a beautiful thing, but it's also important for us to connect with ourselves, not to lose that time that we give to ourselves. When you take time to connect with yourself, you'll actually have more to give. You'll actually be able to connect better, more openly with others. And then as you come to your breath again, your next inhale, take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up. Feel your belly expand, your rib cage open up, your shoulders rise. And as you exhale, open your mouth and sigh out a heated breath, like you're fogging up a mirror. And with your next inhale, take a deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. Exhale, open mouth, heated breath, sigh it out. Feeling the air passing over your vocal cords. Take another deep breath in through your nose, fill up, fill all the way up to the top. And then exhale, same heated breath out. Empty all of that air out. And as you empty that last bit of air, push that last bit of air out, feel the low belly pull in. And then keep the low belly engaged. So on your next inhale, the low belly stays active and the belly doesn't move, the rib cage moves, the rib cage expands. And keep the low belly active. Exhale out through your nose this time, that heated breath. So you still hear the breath, it's just a little bit more subtle. Keep the low belly lifted. Inhale, breathe in. Rib cage expands. Exhale through your nose. Rib cage contracts as you breathe out. Take another deep breath. Open up. Keep the low belly lifted. Exhale out through your nose. Good. Continue with this breath and come to your hands and your knees. So as you're breathing like this, inhale. Drop your belly down. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chin. Exhale. Round your back. Tuck your belly. Tuck your chin. Inhale. Open and lift. Exhale, round and tuck. Keep the low belly engaged the whole time. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, round and tuck. One more time, big breath in, open up. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky. Come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So as you root into your palms and fingertips, press your heels towards the floor and take a couple of breaths here. You might even pedal the feet. One knee bends, the other leg straightens side to side, feeling that deeper stretch to the hamstring and the calf muscle of each leg. Inhale, lift your tippy toes. Exhale, walk or step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen your spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Gaze forward. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Tuck your chin, gaze to your belly. Inhale, root through your feet. Rise to standing. Reach your arms over your head. Look up past your fingertips. Exhale, Samastitihi. Your arms can come to your sides, or you can bring your palms together at your heart center. So there's the option there whenever you come into Samastitihi, which means standing at attention. It's kind of like a reset each time we come to the top of our mat. So hands here or hands here, it's whatever is most comfortable for you. And then we'll begin Surya Namaskara, letter A. Big toes touching at the top of your mat, pull the low belly in. Inhale, reaching your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into a high push-up position. Then you can stay here, or you can lower your knees down. Yes, lower your knees down, or lift them off the mat. As you bend your elbows, take your Chaturanga Dandasana. So it's like a low push-up. We bend the elbows, and we lower, hover the chest just above the mat. Then the tops of the feet come flat. You inhale, lift your heart. And you can come into a slight bend of the elbows, or you can fully extend the arms. Lift your chin, look up. And then exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky, and take 5 deep Ujjayi breaths here, this heated breath. Pull the low belly in, and again, you can pedal the feet if you'd like here. Inhale, heels rise. Exhale, step, walk, or hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, rise to standing, look up. Exhale, hands to your sides or heart center for Samastitihi. Take it again. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, gaze to your belly. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze out. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high to low, on or off the knees. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, send your hips to the sky.
Take 5 breaths. Keep the low belly lifted. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, step walker, hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, gaze to your belly. Inhale, rise, reach up, look up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips up. 5 breaths. Inhale, heels rise. Exhale, step walker, hop to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Look up. Exhale, Samasthiti. We'll take it 2 more times through to the rhythm of your breath. So if you're going a little slower, a little faster, that's okay. Just move at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now we'll go into Sun Salutation, letter B, Surya Namaskar, letter B. Inhale, bend your knees. See if you can reach down and touch the floor. Sending your hips way back, and then lengthen your arms all the way towards the sky, coming into Utkatasana, fierce pose. Shoulders relax down away from the ears. Gazes past your fingertips. Feel the heat building in this posture. Sink another inch lower into your hips, another deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Look up, and then exhale, send your hips to the sky and step your right foot between your hands to the top of your mat. Turn your left heel down, root into your feet. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms over your head. Keep the lunge in your right knee and square the hips towards the front of your mat. Shifting your left hip forward and your right hip back. Arms reaching, gaze is lifted. Warrior A. Exhale, both hands come down, step your right foot back. Take your little push-up. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky and your left foot comes forward. Turn your right heel down, root into both feet. Inhale, rise up. Warrior letter A on this side. Notice the difference here. Lunging into that left knee, shift the right hip forward. Gaze past your fingertips. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky, 5 breaths. Inhale, heels rise. Exhale, step off your hop to the top. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, gaze to your belly. Inhale, bend your knees. Reach your arms overhead. Utkatasana, gaze past your fingertips. Exhale, stand tall. Arms at your side or hands to your heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, begin again. Bend the knees, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold, gaze in. Inhale, lift, gaze out. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Step your right foot forward, back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior A. Exhale, hands down, step back, high to low. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, hips to the sky, left foot comes through, back heel down. Inhale, rise up, look up. Exhale, hands to your mat, step back, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky, 5 breaths. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fierce. Reach the arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Take it again. Building more and more heat. Feel your body getting really warm now. And move at your own pace still. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, right foot comes forward. Inhale, warrior A. Exhale, high to low. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, open. Exhale, 5 breaths. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Take it again. Move at your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. 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 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time at your own pace.
Once you finish, come to the top of your mat. Clasp your hands behind your back. Separate the feet just a little bit and bend at the knees. And then fold forward. Let your hands fall away from your low back. Stay with your breath. Keep your low belly lifted. And release the hands. Inhale, roll up. Arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Hopefully we're all together now. Stay with your breath. Big toes touching. Arms at your sides. Low belly lifted. Pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And Mula Bandha, engaging at the pelvic floor at the base of your spine. Inhale, step or hop your feet hip width apart. Hands to your hips. Lift your heart and look up. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your big toes with your two first fingers, your peace fingers, wrapping them around your big toes, and then inhale, lift halfway and lengthen the backs of your legs as straight as you can. Even if there's a bend in the knee, that's okay. But lift as much as you can, straightening, holding onto the toes. Then exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Let the elbows bend out to the sides and really get a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Gaze is towards your belly or between the thighs. On your fifth exhale, slide your hands underneath your feet as far as you can. Maybe you come just fingers underneath the toes, and that's okay. Or you might need to bend the knees a lot more in order to get the hand further underneath the foot. So whatever works for you, just go as far as you can and lift halfway up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths here. Padahastasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, feet together, arms at your sides, Samastitihi. Inhale, step your right foot back a big step. Turn your left foot in and your right foot out, kind of creating an L shape with your legs. Your right toe should be facing the back of your mat now, and keeping that right leg straight, arms at a T position. As you exhale, slide the right hand down the right thigh as far as you can go. You might come to the shin, or if you have a block, again, you can use that block here as an opportunity for you to reach down without having to touch the leg. Or if you can take your hand all the way to your foot or your toe, binding the toe there, or hand to the mat, wherever you can go. Inhale, gaze up past your left fingertips. Take 5 breaths here. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Arms to a T, switch your feet. Exhale, slide the left hand down the left leg. Oh man, you might hear your hip pop. That's such a nice release. Take that hand to the shin, or again the foot, or grab the toe, or place it on the block. Inhale, gaze past your right fingertips. Take 5 breaths. The low belly active. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Arms stay in that T, switch your feet. Exhale, right hand to right hip. Square the back hip in just a little bit more, turning that back foot about 45 degrees. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, take your left hand. You can bring it down to the mat or onto your shin, or again, using that block as an option. Or if you can, place it to the outside of your right foot. Inhale, gaze past your right shoulder, or you can even reach up through the right fingertips and take your 5 breaths.
Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Take it to the other side. Exhale, left hand to left hip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand to the inside or outside of that left foot or hand on the shin or block. Inhale, gaze past the shoulder or reach up through the left fingertips. 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti. All right, let's take another big step back on our next inhale. Right foot goes back, a big step, even wider than before. Turn the feet. Exhale, bending the right knee. Your forearm can come on top of your thigh. Or again, using the block here in front or behind the foot. Or if you can, take that hand all the way down onto the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm up, bend over your head, gaze past your left fingertips. 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, switch to the other side. Forearm to the thigh or hand to the mat, inside or outside. Inhale, reach the right arm, lengthen, gaze past the fingertips. 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Switch your feet. Exhale, this time, bending the right knee, pressing your palms together. Take your left elbow, and again, hand can be forearm on the thigh or elbow to the outside of the thigh. You have a couple of options here. You can stay here, gaze past the right elbow, or you can lower that left hand down and even sweep the right arm up and over. Another option here, if you need it, is lifting that back heel to get that twist, or even lowering onto the left knee. So you pick your poison, whatever works for you. Listen to your body. Take 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the other side. Again, twisting, keeping the palms pressing. Back heel off or knee down. Or keeping that right hand to the mat, sweeping the left arm. You can even go straight up with that arm or take it all the way over. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Step to the top. Inhale, step your right foot back. Big step. Now your toes will kind of turn slightly inward. Arms to a T position. As you exhale, lower your hands onto your mat. Inhale, lift halfway up, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands back so your wrists come as much in line with your heels as possible. Pushing your palms into the mat, draw your head towards the floor. You can even lift the toes here as you take your 5 breaths. Prasarita Padottanasana, letter A. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, adjust the feet if you need to. If they slid really far apart and you're not stable anymore, bring them back in. Inhale, reach the arms to a T. Exhale, hands come to the small of your back. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift your chin. Exhale, fold. Keep your hands as they are and draw your head towards the floor once again. 5 breaths, letter B. After your fifth exhale, inhale, rise up. Exhale, root through the feet. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, draw the knuckles down, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Letter C. 5 breaths. Get a nice stretch in the shoulders and the wrists. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, adjust the feet. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, fold forward, bind the big toes. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Letter D, 5 breaths. Bend the elbows to the sides and draw the head down. Keep the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor muscles engaged. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, adjust the feet. Step to the top of your mat. Samasthiti. With your next inhale, step your right foot back about half a step. So not as wide as where we just were. About half the length of your mat. And then turn your left foot in and your right foot out once again. Switching those feet now, squaring your hips to the back of your mat. You have the option here to bind opposite elbows, just like this, or you can press your palms together and kind of wiggle them up between your shoulder blades, coming into what we call reverse namaste. So this is an option, or again, you can grab just opposite elbows here. Keep the right leg straight. As you inhale, lift your heart. Then exhale, slowly start to lean forward, taking your chest towards your thigh. Nice and slow, all the way down. And then the last thing to do is tuck your chin and gaze to your belly. Take 5 breaths. Inhale, rise. Exhale, switch your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, again, folding forward, chest to thigh. Take it all the way down, nice and slow. Take your time. Then the last thing is tucking the chin, gazing towards your belly for 5 breaths. You might feel a little wobbly here, as this pose does prep us for the next 2 balancing postures to come. After your last exhale, inhale, rise up. Arms reach out, roll the wrists. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, Samasthiti. All right. Our next pose is going to be Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, and it's got 4 letters, A, B, C, D, woo! So we're going to root into that left foot. For letter A, find your balance in that left leg, rooting down to the left foot. You should even feel your toes like gripping the floor, hugging the mat with your toes, and the weight evenly distributed. Then pull the belly in, keep your bandhas engaged. Inhale, raise the right knee up. Now you can grab a knee here with your hand, or if you want to go into that bind of the big toe, exhale, grab the big toe, and inhale. You can keep the knee bent or lengthen the right leg in front of you for 5 breaths. On the 5th exhale, take your right leg out to your right, and if you can, turn your gaze over your left shoulder for 5 breaths. Then inhale, draw your right leg back to center. Grab the foot or the knee if it's still bent. And exhale, fold. Just one breath there. Inhale, lift your head and heart back up. Keep the leg out in front of you and bring your hands to your hips. 5 breaths. You can flex your pointed toe. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, release that leg. Woo-hoo. Take it to the other side. My goodness, you'll feel that? Oh my goodness. Left leg is on fire. Okay, take it to the other side with the low belly engaged. Back to your breath, the right leg. Find your balance, root down to that right foot. Inhale, raise the left knee. Again, you can keep that here, hand around the chin, or you can exhale, bind the big toe. Inhale, extend it out, 5 breaths. On your 5th exhale, take your left leg out to the left. Gaze past your right shoulder. 5 breaths. And if you fall out of the pose, it's okay. Just come back to your breath and find your way back to the pose. After your 5th exhale, inhale to center. That helps pull the belly in and lengthen back up. Exhale, grab the foot or the knee and fold. Inhale, stay lifted to the heart. Lengthen that leg out in front, 5 breaths. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, release. Oh my goodness. Come back to your breath. Okay, for this next one, if you'd like, you can use a block for a little bit of assistance when you come down into that forward fold. You can have your block at whatever height. If you don't have a block, grab a book or even a pillow or a box of cereal, whatever you got, and just place it down in front of you if you think you might need it. All right, so our next posture, Ardha Baddha Padmosvanasana. Root into that left leg. Engage the bandhas again. Inhale, take your right foot. 2 options here. Foot to the crease of the hip, and you kind of just curl it up. And this is, really nice for the knee and the hip, but if you have knee injuries or knee pain, or you just feel like this does not work for your body, take that ankle on top of the thigh and make a figure 4 instead. So I'll show you from the front. Option 1, here. Option 2, here. So your choice, however you want to do that. Right foot comes up, whichever way works for you. Exhale, take the right arm behind the back. Now, you may be able to bind the foot. That might be an option for you if you have really freaky long arms like I do. That might be super simple. If not, if you're not able to bind, that's okay. You can also try and use a towel here or even a yoga strap. Inhale, raise your left arm up, look up. Exhale as you pull forward. Reach your hand down to the mat, or maybe you come to that block. Whatever works for you. I find that it's nice to come into the posture and take that left hand more out to the side rather than in front of you. It's more stabilizing that way. Then once you get down there, you can try and take your gaze towards your belly, which makes the posture a bit more challenging. Or you might even try and reach around that left ankle. On your 5th exhale, soften into your left knee. Inhale, slowly rise up, extend the right leg out in front of you. Exhale, release the right foot. I know I felt that. I'm sure you guys did too. Okay, take it to the other side. Right leg straight, rooting down. Activate the bandhas. Always coming to the breath, and then inhale your left foot. Again, crease of the hip or ankle on top of the thigh, however you want to approach this. And you may find you're more flexible on one side than the other, so if it's different on one side than the other, whether you can reach down further or you can bind on one side but not the other, whatever happens, just don't judge it, don't judge your own body. Our bodies are not symmetrical. Our bones don't grow the same. They don't even grow in straight lines, they grow in spirals. So Just notice what's available to you and honor that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, when you come into this forward fold, take a few breaths. So you got 5 breaths. You might not be all the way down in a forward fold today. Maybe you're just working on the balance in standing. After your 5th exhale, inhale, rise up, extend that left leg out in front of you. Exhale, release the left foot. Awesome. All right, and just as an example to let you guys know, like for a time, I couldn't do the bind on this leg. I couldn't even come here on this leg because I had injured my knee. On one side, I was able to do it all, do the bind, have the foot up like this and everything. And then on the other side, I could barely do this. And so it took a long time for that to heal and for me to be able to come all the way back into this posture again on this side. But, you know, just listen to your body. It's always changing. It's always different. And one side may be completely different than the other, so don't force anything. Always listen. Let's come to the top of the mat. We'll come back into our sun salutations, preparing for our transition to seated poses. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, right into that fierce pose. Bend your knees and reach your arms up. You've got 5 breaths here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, open. Exhale, hips to the sky, right foot comes forward. Back heel down, inhale, reach up, warrior A. 5 breaths. The bandha's engaged. 5th exhale, lunge a little deeper. Inhale, keep your arms up, keep your gaze lifted up. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right foot in and your left foot out. Exhale, lunge into your left knee, taking warrior A on this other side. Exhale, lunge a little further. Then inhale, open your arms to a T and kind of opening up the hips to the long side of your mat. Warrior letter B, 5 breaths. Fifth exhale, lunge a little further. Inhale, keep your arms up, straighten the left leg. Turn your left foot in and right foot out. Exhale, lunge into the right knee, 5 breaths. Fifth exhale, lunge a little further. And release the hands. Take your vinyasa. Now, an option for you here, several options actually. For our jump through, I'll show you option 1. Option 1, exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, roll over the ankles, or you can take the hip to one side and just swing the legs around in front of you. So that's our first option. Option number 2. Behind the second door, you have an inhale, and exhale, soften into the hips, like a little bouncy spring pad, bending the knees. And then your next choice here can be either to hop forward, crossing the ankles, and then try and press up to lift your hips up and swing your legs all the way through. And again, blocks are really handy for this, so if you want to use the blocks, this is an option as well. Or option 3, hips go high, crossing the ankles, And then you'll swing through all the way to seated. Try not to touch the floor with your feet all the way through. So a couple of choices for your jump through over this next couple of rounds of our seated poses. But once we get through, legs come straight, hands beside the hips, tuck your chin to your chest, root into your palms. Inhale, pressing down, lengthen through the crown of your head. Take 5 breaths, Dandasana. Exhale, release. Wiggle the sit bones apart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Bind your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One vertebra at a time. Nice and slow, all the way forward. And the last thing to do is tuck your chin and gaze to your belly. Take 5 breaths. On your 5th exhale, stay down here. Stay in your forward fold. Grab your feet. Wrapping your hands around the outsides of your feet. And your thumbs will kind of land underneath your big toes on the tops of your feet. And as you inhale, now you can lift and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, push the thumbs inward like this. So your feet are kind of, with your thumbs underneath your big toes, you're kind of doing this with your feet. Pulling the outsides of your feet apart and pressing your big toes inward. And what that's going to do is going to take the stretch into the IT band and the sciatic nerve and the outside of the thighs and the legs rather than into the backs of the legs. So on your next exhale, fold, take 5 breaths. And then without looking up, on that last exhale, so you can wrap your hands behind your feet, clasping the hands, and then inhale, now take that half lift. If you can't come all the way here, you can stay in that second one, pushing the thumbs under the toes, or the first one, grabbing the big toes. And even if your knees are bent here, so if your legs aren't perfectly straight and you're trying these forward folds, go as far as you can with the legs. Inhale, lift up through the chest, and when you fold forward, you want that stretch to be in the backs of the legs. And you might feel it in the back a little bit, but try and lift the hips up and then fold forward. And even if there's a bend in the knees, as long as you're feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs, you're still getting into the posture and getting that stretch where your body needs it. So A, which is big toes, B, around the feet, or C, clasping the hands. Exhale, take 5 breaths. With your 5th exhale, inhale, rise up. Place your hands behind your hips. Exhale, keep the legs straight, option 1. And inhale, lift the hips up to reverse plank. Or option 2, bend the knees and press into your feet and your hands. Reverse tabletop. Either way, you're opening up the front of the body and engaging and squeezing through the back body. So take your 5 breaths, whichever posture works for you. On your 5th exhale, coming back down. Inhale, if you have those blocks, set them slightly in front of your hips. So don't want them right here. It's going to be a lot harder for you to bump up than if they're slightly in front. We find Navasana, boat pose. Inhale, lifting up. The knees come off or come up as the feet come off the mat. And then our next breath, exhale, crossing the ankles. Inhale, bump up. Exhale, you can try and come back down and just roll over the ankles and take your vinyasa from there. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky. And then jumping through, again, using the blocks or not. You can try it without the blocks, or you can bring the knees down and just swing the legs around. Once you jump through, right foot comes to the left inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Grab the ankle or the foot or even the wrist behind the foot if you can reach that far. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch the feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Grab the wrist or the ankle or the foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, extend the left leg. Inhale, lift. Now, if you're not going to do the bump up with the blocks, you can try it without the blocks. Exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale, release. Roll over. Take your vinyasa. Or an option here is just to stay seated and exhale, round. Inhale, open. Do it twice. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And then we go into the next posture. Or if you're in downward facing dog, you jump through. So that's an option for you if you want to do this Ashtanga Primary Series without all of the jump throughs and things like that. David Williams doesn't even do all of that stuff anymore. He doesn't do the full Primary Series anymore. So there's modifications that you can make no matter where you're at in your practice or what your age is. But the next posture that we're going to, and that's why we're skipping a couple. We're not doing Ashtanga A, B, and C and all that. We're going right to Vinyasa, letter C. And so we're going to take that right knee bent with the right foot flat. Exhale the right hand behind the back. Inhale, raise your left arm up. And exhale, hook the left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, gaze past your right shoulder and take 5 breaths. Now, I will show you an option here if you want to play with this, with the bind. Your left leg stays straight, left foot active there. If you want to play with the bind and this twist, you can drop the left wrist down, like saying, hey, and then wrap your forearm around your shin, which will be easier to see on the other side when I get there, but I'll show you guys from here. Wrap the forearm around your shin. Again, I have really long arms, so this is crazy easy for me just because the length of my arms, I think, and I've been working on flexibility for a really long time. So if you're not able to do that yet, it's okay. Just see where you can go. And then take your right hand behind your back and maybe bind the hand so you're in that bind in this Marichyasana. 5 breaths. After your 5th exhale, inhale to center. Exhale, switch your legs. I'll show you on this other side what that bind looks like if you have a towel or a strap. So left foot comes flat, left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm goes up. Exhale, wrap the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. So 5 breaths can be here. Or, again, you can wrap that forearm around the shin. And if you're using the strap here, or maybe a towel even can work, a towel or a napkin or like any cloth that you can find, you can do the bind like this and really work to open up that left shoulder and get that twist if you can't grab the hands. 5 breaths. And exhale, release. Inhale back to center. Exhale and release the leg. Inhale your variation of your jump back. So whether that's just the cat-cow stretch that we did a moment ago, or whether you're going to go all the way into your bump up and swing the legs back through. And then once you come all the way back through, we're going to go straight into Navasana. So lift the knees up. You can straighten the legs or keep the knees bent. 5 breaths. On your fifth exhale, cross the ankles. Inhale, bump. Exhale, release. And even if your bottom doesn't come off the floor, that's okay. Just come right back into your Navasana, strengthening these muscles. Fifth exhale, cross the opposite ankle on top. Inhale, bump. Exhale, release. 5 breaths. Fifth exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the legs. Woo, 2 more. Fifth exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale, release. Last time, 5 breaths. Shaky. Fifth exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Oh my goodness, exhale, rock and roll it over and take your vinyasa or do your vinyasa seated. All right, now go ahead and come to seated. Touch the soles of your feet together. Keep the bandhas engaged, keep your breath going strong. Exhale, fold. Tuck your chin, 5 breaths here. Inhale, back up. Exhale, come to a wide leg forward fold. So take your legs as wide as you can on your mat. Option 1, inhale, reaching out. Option 2, inhale, bind the big toes. And then exhale, fold. Inhale up, exhale, legs together. Inhale, roll onto your back. Exhale, root into your feet, pull the belly in. Inhale, lift your hips, bridge pose as we come up into Setu Bandhasana. As you lift up, lift the hips, keep the knees and the feet about hip width apart. You can interlace the fingers underneath you and kind of walk the shoulder blades in a little bit more to lift your chin higher to your chest here and get deeper back bend. Take 5 breaths. Fifth exhale, come down. Now you have the option to go into that same posture again, into your bridge pose like we just did, or into Urdhva Dhanurasana, that upward bow or wheel pose. So if you want to bring your hands beside the forehead and try for full wheel, then place your forearms kind of parallel with the very top of your head, or your wrists in line with your forehead. Elbows facing the sky, and on your next inhale, press into your hands and your feet and lift all the way up. 5 breaths. With exhale, come down. Stay there though. Bridge your wheel. Inhale, lift back up. 5 breaths. With exhale, come down one more time. Bridge your wheel. Inhale, lift up. 5 breaths. Exhale, slow release gently, all the way down, and then hug your knees to your chest. Oh my goodness. Stay with your breath, rock yourself up. After those deep back bends, we go into another forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, grab the ankles, the big toes, around the feet, or again, reaching to the outsides of the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. You have a really nice long time here. You'll notice that this primary series is all forward bends and back bends. And every time we do a forward fold, there's a back bend to counterbalance. So it's pose and then counter pose. And that's so healthy for our spine. So after we did those big back bends just now, we go into a really long forward fold. About 20 to 25 breaths here. And after your last exhale there, inhale, slowly roll up. Exhale, roll onto your back, nice and easy. Now, your next option is for that shoulder stand or Salamba Sarvangasana is to take the legs all the way up and over the head. And you can do this with the knees bent, or you can go with straight legs and just sweep the legs up and over. Or, if that does not work for you, you can just lift your legs up towards the sky. Just come here. The whole point is just to get that blood flowing in the opposite direction. If you can, straighten the legs. If not, just support your thighs with your hands and let the legs fall towards you. But if you can bring your legs up and over and lengthen them up towards the sky, come into your shoulder stand. 15 to 25 breaths. Active in the legs. It's okay if your legs aren't perfectly straight. They're like slightly bent at a diagonal, that's fine. On your last exhale, lower your legs over your head. Come into plow pose, halasana. Now you can interlace the fingers behind your back, or you can keep the hands for support at the low back. 5 to 10 breaths. And then on your last exhale there, bend the knees around your ears as far as your body will let them go, and take 5 to 10 breaths here. Ear pressure pose. Kind of squeeze your thighs around your ears and breathe. And on your last exhale, you slowly release. Nice and easy. You're back all the way down onto the mat. And if at any point those postures didn't feel good to you, like that it was painful, hurting your neck, then leave them out. You don't have to go into those really deep forward folds. The plow posture with the legs over the head, that's like one of the most intense forward folds. All right, so once you come back down, imagine a string is tied to your chest. Start to lift your chest towards the sky and allow the top of your head to drop back, coming into fish pose. 5 breaths. You can stay here, or you can lift the legs up 45 degrees. Press the hands up over the heart, 5 breaths. Exhale, gently come back down. Inhale, hug the knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And take both of your knees to the right side of your mat. Turn your chin towards your left shoulder and take a spinal twist. Start to slow your breathing down. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side, chin towards your right shoulder. 5 long, deep breaths here. Inhale to center. And exhale, release your arms at your sides and your legs all the way out onto your mat. Allow your whole body to completely release here as you take rest in Shavasana.
Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll your ankles and your wrists. Draw your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side on your back. Roll over onto one side. Inhale, slowly rise to seated. We'll close our practice this evening by sending out loving kindness and compassion. Metta Karuna. Sending loving kindness and compassion towards yourself and towards all others. May all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free from pain and suffering. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you. Namaste.